The United States, once a shining symbol of prosperity and opportunity, is now facing a quiet yet striking decline in several states. Whether due to economic challenges, shrinking populations, or devastating environmental issues, certain states are spiraling into crisis faster than anyone anticipated. If you're in one of these areas, it might be time to rethink your future. In today's video, we'll explore the top 10 fastest collapsing states of 2025. These were once thriving places, but now the warning signs are clear. The future looks uncertain unless drastic changes are made. Be sure to like, subscribe, and watch till the end for this crucial journey. Number 10, Mississippi. Known for its long-standing economic challenges, is facing even tougher times in 2025. With a poverty rate already the highest in the U.S. at over 19%, the situation continues to worsen. Job losses in key sectors like manufacturing and agriculture are pushing more families into poverty. And this struggle isn't new. For decades, underinvestment in critical areas, education, healthcare, and infrastructure has created deep-rooted issues. Schools are underfunded, and rural hospitals are closing due to financial hardships, leaving many residents without access to essential healthcare. This is taking a toll on the state's already low life expectancy, which experts expect to decline further. Businesses, wary of the poor infrastructure and lack of skilled workers, are hesitant to invest, creating a cycle of poverty that's hard to break. As young professionals leave for better opportunities, the state's workforce shrinks, worsening the economic situation. High crime rates, often linked to economic despair and limited social services, are another pressing issue. Adding to these struggles, climate change is causing frequent severe floods, further endangering communities. Economic experts warn that without major policy changes, Mississippi might hit rock bottom in 2025. The state's challenges require urgent attention to prevent a complete collapse and give residents hope for a better future. Number 9, West Virginia. West Virginia's ongoing struggles are deeply connected to the collapse of its coal industry, which once fueled the state's economy. As coal demand has plummeted and environmental rules have become stricter, coal mines have closed, leaving entire towns without work. This economic blow has led to a continuous population decline as people leave West Virginia to find jobs elsewhere. By 2025, unemployment remains among the highest in the nation, and the state is still searching for a new economic direction. Adding to these challenges, West Virginia is also battling a severe opioid crisis. It has the highest rate of opioid overdose deaths in the U.S., a tragic indicator of the widespread despair residents face. The state's healthcare system is overwhelmed with limited resources to support those affected by addiction, while social services are stretched thin. On top of these issues, West Virginia's infrastructure, particularly its roads and bridges, is in disrepair due to chronic underfunding. Although federal aid has offered some relief, experts warn it's far from enough to make a lasting impact. While West Virginia's beautiful landscapes, like its mountains and rivers, attract some tourism, this isn't nearly enough to offset the decline of its traditional industries. With a shrinking population, high unemployment, and a worsening drug crisis, 2025 looks set to be yet another difficult year for this once thriving state. Number 8, New Mexico. New Mexico, known for its rich history and culture, is facing serious struggles in 2025. Despite some growth in tech and renewable energy, the state's economy has remained sluggish, and high unemployment persists. Many residents still live below the poverty line, with rural areas hit especially hard as young people leave for better job opportunities in cities or other states. A major challenge is New Mexico's education system, which ranks among the lowest nationwide. Schools are underfunded, and student performance lags behind national averages, impacting the state's future workforce as many young people lack the education needed for today's economy. Healthcare is also in crisis, with rural hospitals shutting down, leaving many without basic medical services. Crime is another growing concern, particularly in Albuquerque and other large cities, where violent incidents like assaults and robberies are increasing. Safety has become a major worry for residents, adding to the state's struggles. With a limited budget, New Mexico faces tough financial decisions, and experts warn that without meaningful changes, the state risks further economic and social decline in the coming years. Number 7, Louisiana. Louisiana, already vulnerable to natural disasters, is enduring a tough 2025. The state is still reeling from recent hurricanes and floods, which have caused billions in damages and forced thousands to leave their homes. Climate change only intensifies these threats, putting coastal areas at constant risk. This ongoing devastation has hit Louisiana's economy hard, especially its tourism and fishing industries. But natural disasters aren't the state's only problem. Long-standing government corruption and mismanagement have deepened Louisiana's financial troubles. The poverty rate remains one of the highest in the country, and many residents are struggling financially. Louisiana's healthcare system is severely underfunded, leaving a high percentage of the population uninsured. Crime is another pressing issue, especially in New Orleans, which has one of the highest violent crime rates in the country. Experts warn that without major changes in both state and federal policies, Louisiana's outlook is grim. The state's infrastructure is in desperate need of repair, and its economy needs to expand beyond traditional industries. Yet, with ongoing natural threats and persistent political issues, many fear that Louisiana will continue facing significant challenges in the years to come. Number 6, Alaska. Alaska may be famous for its breathtaking landscapes and vast wilderness, but in 2025, it's grappling with a severe economic crisis. The decline in oil prices has severely impacted Alaska, which has relied on oil revenue for its budget. With oil production falling and reserves running low, Alaska is now facing a large budget deficit. This has forced cuts to essential services, including education and healthcare, which were already strained due to the state's remote nature. The population is also shrinking as more residents leave for better job opportunities elsewhere. Alaska's harsh climate and limited job market add to the difficulty of living there. Many rural communities struggle with high unemployment and poverty, and the state's infrastructure is in dire need of investment. Climate change is making things worse, as Alaska is warming twice as fast as the rest of the U.S. This rapid warming has serious consequences for both the environment and the economy. Melting permafrost is damaging infrastructure, and rising sea levels are putting coastal communities at risk. Experts warn that without major changes, Alaska's future remains uncertain, and the challenges are likely to grow in the coming years. Number 5, Illinois. Illinois is facing a deep financial crisis that has built up over many years. The state's pension system is underfunded by billions of dollars, creating budget deficits that have forced cuts in public services. Taxes are rising, and many residents are leaving to find lower taxes and better economic opportunities in other states. Chicago, the largest city in Illinois, has its own struggles with rising crime rates and a declining population. The state's economy is suffering, with many businesses closing or moving to other states. The once strong manufacturing sector has been declining for years, and Illinois has been slow to adjust to the shifting economy. Unemployment is climbing, and many people are finding it hard to secure jobs in a highly competitive market. Alongside these financial issues, Illinois is also facing social challenges. The crime rate, especially in Chicago, is among the highest in the country, raising serious safety concerns for residents. The education system is also under pressure, with underfunded schools and declining student performance. Experts warn that without major changes, Illinois will likely continue to face serious problems in the years ahead. Number 4, New York. New York may be famous for its lively cities and rich culture, but in 2025, the state is facing some serious problems. The high cost of living, especially in New York City, is pushing many people to leave in search of more affordable places. Taxes are among the highest in the nation, making it tough for small businesses to survive in this competitive market. The state's population is shrinking as residents move to lower tax states with better economic opportunities. Upstate New York has been hit especially hard, with its economy in decline for years. The once thriving manufacturing sector has been fading for decades, and many communities are struggling to adapt to the new economic reality. On top of these economic issues, New York is also dealing with social challenges. Crime rates are climbing, especially in New York City, raising safety concerns among residents. The education system is also feeling the strain with underfunded schools and declining student performance. Experts caution that without major changes, New York could face even more serious difficulties in the future. Number 3, Oregon. Oregon, known for its progressive spirit and breathtaking landscapes, is facing serious hurdles in 2025. The state's economy is struggling, pushing many residents to leave in search of better job prospects. Unemployment is rising, and businesses are either closing or moving to other states, creating an uncertain future for the workforce. Alongside economic troubles, Oregon is dealing with growing social issues. The homeless population, especially in cities like Portland, is on the rise, raising concerns about public safety. The state is also experiencing a worsening drug crisis, with opioid addiction and overdose rates climbing higher each year. Education is another area under strain, as schools face funding shortages and student performance declines. Oregon's budget is stretched thin, and many residents feel frustrated by the lack of progress in tackling these issues. Experts warn that without substantial changes, Oregon will continue to face significant challenges in the coming years. Number 2, California. California may be famous for its tech industry and stunning scenery, but in 2025, it's facing big challenges. The high cost of living, especially in cities like San Francisco and Los Angeles, is pushing many residents to leave for more affordable places. The housing crisis is worsening, with many unable to afford rent or buy a home, and this issue is putting extra pressure on residents. Social problems are also escalating. Homelessness is rising, particularly in Los Angeles, causing growing concerns about public safety. Crime rates are increasing, and many residents feel frustrated by the slow progress in addressing these issues. The economy, once California's strong point, is now struggling. Rising unemployment and the relocation of businesses to other states are hurting the job market. The state's budget is strained, leaving many wondering when effective changes will happen. Experts warn that without bold action, California's challenges could deepen in the years ahead. Number 1, Michigan. Michigan may be celebrated for its auto industry and scenic beauty, but in 2025, it's dealing with tough challenges. The economy is struggling, especially in cities like Detroit, where unemployment is climbing and many residents are moving away in search of better opportunities. With a shrinking population, communities across the state are finding it hard to adapt to these shifts. Alongside economic struggles, social issues are also growing. Crime rates are on the rise, particularly in Detroit, leaving residents increasingly worried about safety. Michigan's education system is under pressure, with many schools underfunded and student performance declining. Infrastructure, too, is a concern, as many roads and bridges are in poor condition and in desperate need of repair. The state budget is stretched thin, and many people feel frustrated by the slow pace of improvements. Experts caution that without significant changes, Michigan could continue to face serious obstacles in the coming years. The struggles these states face, economic decline, rising crime, and dwindling populations, are not just local concerns, but could signal wider issues for the whole country. If you live in one of these areas or are thinking about relocating, now might be a good time to reconsider your options. If you found this deep dive helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more engaging insights into the challenges shaping our world.